Trump supporters, did you see what happened over the last few days? He's been lying to you. All of this was a sham, a mirage, an elaborate piece of performance art. All of it. When you side with Russia, you're sort of saying all that has to be said, haven't you? There's no gray area at this point. There's no red, white, and blue veneer of patriotism that can make any of this right. No star-spangled distraction to parade in front of it all, like you tried to months ago with that parade. If you love America as much as you claim to love it, and I have to take you at your word that you do, then it's time to take off those stupid red MAGA hats. Throw them in the trash or burn them. That whole MAGA narrative, it's gone. All your flag-waving historics and your hand-wringing anthem outrage that you did with Colin Kaepernick and the rest of the sports world has proven to be nothing but fake. The America First chest bumping and God Bless America piety you spent the last decade peddling looks completely ridiculous to this point. Your God Emperor, his nakedness has been exposed. The wizard's curtain has been pulled away. And the strongman myth that he wants you to believe is gone. When I saw Donald Trump literally roll out the red carpet and gleefully applaud Vladimir Putin's arrival in Alaska, it can't be lost on you, can it? Please tell me you saw what happened this weekend as I did. You probably would never have been silent had this been another commander-in-chief. If this was Biden, or Obama, or Bush, or Clinton, or any other commander-in-chief in our nation's history. When the American president stands alongside a murderous dictator and declares to trust that man more than our public servants on both sides of the aisle, more than our nation's press, which he parrots as calling the enemy of the people. He stepped out of the stark light of day and revealed himself. When he's more than willing to collaborate with our greatest adversary, a man guilty of poisoning and killing for hire, and for war crimes in a war that he started. Let me repeat that phrase again. A war that he started rather than the victim of that war, or your own American people, regardless of political affiliation. He declared what he is. When American citizens and politicians refuse to name it all as treasonous, when they choose to stay silent, when they choose to pretend that they don't see it, you declare what you are. We see it. The world sees it. When are you going to step out of the light of this MAGA monstrosity and see it too? Trump doesn't care about you. He never has. Trump is for Trump. Always has been, always will be. The American presidency, the Oval Office, the White House, and the responsibility that comes with it is not a sacred task that many others before him have taken, have been elected to, It's a means to an end for him. His weaponizing of ICE and the mobilization of our country's National Guard isn't being done to make this country safer or make its citizens more safe. It's intended to normalize an occupation and to slowly pull us all to a police state that won't favor blue or red voters. His reckless tariff wars are not designed to make groceries or goods or essential things more affordable for us, but it's designed to tank our economy so he can further consolidate wealth amongst himself and his billionaires club, Jeff Bezos, one of them leading members. His relentless attack on the LGBTQ and dismantling of PBS and NPR, and his canceling of DEI programs aren't happening because he's declared a war on woke, wherever the hell that means, because Republicans are too cowardly to explain that. But he simply wants to distract you from the culture wars so you don't see the erosion of the essential rights of all Americans to speak and protest for all of us. We know that you see people who don't vote your way along with party lines when it comes to Donald Trump and his minions as the enemy because Donald Trump has made you see that. I know that for a fact. Many people have said to me on social media that you're the enemy. Not because I support a terrorist group or anything like that, but because I didn't vote their way. Because I voted for Harris, not for Trump. Because the moment he descended from that escalator a decade ago, he is trafficked in fear and prejudice. He's gaslit you, and you are stupid enough, or foolish enough, or are empty or uneducated enough to let yourselves burn. He's made monsters out of immigrants, the LGBTQ, Muslims, scientists, medical professionals. He's demonized atheists, Democrats, liberals, the media, the homeless, and most importantly, he has demonized the United States Constitution. He's continually declared war on liberal athletes and entertainers, on librarians, school teachers, on drag queens and beer companies. But he won't call out someone who may actually be the enemy. He rolls out the red carpet. He shakes his hand. He lets him coo in his ear and does everything he can not to anger him but to appease him, even knowing that doing that could cost millions of innocent lives. Look, I know I'm talking to the wall, but my love for my country and the diversity and the humanity who resides here in this nation won't allow me to be silent. Trump has no allegiance other than holding power. But the fact is, he's not a brilliant businessman or good deal maker. The truth is, he has bankrupted his own businesses. He's a sexual predator whose strength is projected, not real. He doesn't love God, the real God, the true God, other than the God he sees in the mirror. He's not a patriot who cares about our country. He is a parasite. And he and Vladimir Putin are on the same cloth. Long after Trump is gone, which hopefully is soon rather than later, we and those who follow us here of all political affiliations, religious traditions, nations of origin, or color will be left with the America he and his minions have created. One that's less educated, less diverse, drowning in debt, more fractured than ever before, and more compromised by foreign leaders and domestic billionaires. You may not be able to see through this charade the MAGA has created, but look again at the way our president treats one of the most notorious monsters. A man who is a clear and present danger not only to Ukraine, but all of Europe. Remember, Vladimir Putin said that his ambition was to recreate the Soviet Union. Then when you ask that question, ask this question: why is he so happy to welcome him and so reluctant to oppose him? If your answer is because he's playing political games, then you will be lost just like he is. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.